It's a tricky one, Alec. I mean, we have to accept that we've got a government which is fundamentally corrupt.
Paul O'Sullivan is used to criminals and reading documentation that comes out of various lawsuits. Well, we've got the SIU, Special Investigation Unit, investigation into the former Health Minister, Zweli Mkhize, and what is now pretty well known in the parlance in the popular press, having been disclosed first I think it was in Daily Maverick and then picked up elsewhere, this investigation into digital vibes. It seems as though not even, we haven't even got vaguely close to the kind of exposure that should be given to this, where you have a health minister. It leaves little to the imagination of the malfeasance that's been going on here. But maybe you're so close to these kind of episodes, you can unpack it for us in real simple terms of what went down.
Yeah, okay. Well, there's no doubt in my mind the real principles, if you like to call it that, the architects of the crimes that took place, and they are crimes, are these the second and third respondent, which is Tahera, Mitha, and Naadhira, Mitha. And what they did, they got somebody they knew, very amateurish in the way. They got this lady called Radha Ram, who's a fourth respondent. They got her to go and register a company, and they called the company Digital Vibes. I imagine they chose the name of the company. She knew nothing about, she was, if somebody asks you to register a company in your name, but they're going to use it, steer clear of them. That's a big red flag. And then what they did, they introduced another person, a chap by the name of Naidu, who also knew nothing about it. And the next thing, he gets a phone call and tells him, by the way, we're making you a director. You're going to get 10% of the company and you'll get 10% of the profits and blah, blah, blah. Meanwhile, he got nothing of the kind. As the money came in, it was siphoned out through other companies to the main, what I call the two main accused. The contract that was issued to this company didn't require a businessman. It required communication specialists. And I'm not talking about somebody who just happens to know how to communicate quite well. It required somebody with specialist qualifications and specialist skills. Of course, I had none of these skills. Bring on Mr. Naidu. So Naidu comes along. Well, he doesn't even go there. They phone him and they tell him, listen, we've got the perfect position for you. We're going to make you a director. We've got this tender. We're going to win the tender. The whole thing was plot and plan right from the get-go. And then they had a group of 10 tenderers, prospective contractors, of which there was probably only one in there that could have got the job. And that wasn't them. And when it came to the point scoring exercise, they fraudulently downscored the points on their competitor so that they would win the tender. And the tender was created, the tender document, for want of a better expression, was created by this fellow Naidu. They asked him to put a plan together. So they got him to do all the donkey work, and then they adopted that plan and made it their company's plan. And this guy, sacrificial lamb, for want of a better expression. But the sad point for the minister is that these people were working for him illegally. They shouldn't have even been working there in the first place. So he brought them with him from COGTA, which is the cooperative government ministry. He brought them with him to health. And, they weren't even properly appointed. They were working there and dishing out instructions to people as if they were the minister. And then I guess they created this tender, or they got him to agree that the tender should be created. Himself and his daughter have been named as the fifth and sixth respondent. And in the affidavit, they outrightly accused them of corruption.